Hey, buddy, Jim from Coleus. We're getting hit by tropical storm Ophelia. So, those of you who have been following, you know I live a couple blocks in from the ocean, so we're getting the brunt of it. I took a lot of my Coleus, my seed harvesting Coleus, put it in the greenhouse because there's a few I just didn't get around to it, and they're really getting hit, but they'll be okay. So. Most of the few Coleus I do have outside are like in permanent planters, so they'll be fine. I harvested a lot of seeds, but we'll get through this. But things could be worse, right? Luckily, we don't have any real damage to we don't have any. My backyard just looks like a mess. Just trying to secure lawn furniture and so forth. But anyway. Perfect weekend, an imperfect weekend turns into a perfect weekend for me because I really wanted to start to get my seeds together. They've been drying out for about a month or so. Some are still drying out as I pick them. To get my eBay listing, Jim's Coleus, up and running, I think I should have about a dozen packs listed by this weekend. So that's good. So stay tuned. Go to my eBay listing, Jim's Coleus, if you're interested in getting my seeds. I have a shirt there now, I think, listed, but just hit notification on that if you're an eBayer, and when the listing goes live, it will notify you, or just stay tuned here. I'll let you know. But I'm really expecting by this weekend, for those of you who are interested in harvesting your own seeds, I'm going to give you a quick rundown on the effort that it does take, what you need to do to harvest seeds. And it's a lot of work, it's tedious work, and I'm pretty busy over the next few months as I list and renew my listings and so forth, because I did sell out a lot of seeds last year, but it's a lot of tedious work. It is time consuming. So but I just want to show you, in case you're interested or curious, how to what are Coleus seed stalks and how to harvest your own seeds if you're interested in that. So let's go take a quick look and check out how to harvest your own Coleus seeds. Okay, really what you need to get is like a kitchen colander. I use white paper plates. Those are little aluminum tins, if you have them, to put the seed stalks in. And as you can see here, these are Defiance Coleus seeds. Now, just for those of you who do make a purchase from me, who do buy my Coleus seeds, 90% of the Coleus seeds I give you, they're all being in these little Ziplocs, baggies. I separate them. Some Coleus seeds, such as these Defiance and the Saturns, are very difficult to get the seed chaff out. They're very, I mean, Coleus seeds are tiny, but I found over the years that I've been collecting seeds and selling them that the Saturns and the Defiance Coleus, they're very difficult to separate from their pods. They seem to stick. You can see the little chaff there. So when you do purchase them from me, there may be a handful of varieties and that have some of the seed chaff in the baggie. But that's why I put them in these Ziploc baggies. I like these because they actually create a little static electricity that keeps the seed chaff at bay, and then there's the round seeds. But what you do is you just roll them out onto a white paper plate, and you can actually see the round Coleus seeds, and you'll be able to say, hey, see that sliver there in the center? That's a piece of chaff. Coleus seeds are round, black poppy seeds. So when you do get your Coleus seeds, before you plant them and so forth, from me, I like to put them out on a white paper plate, and then I can choose the Coleus seeds as I plant them. But just a heads up for you, 90% of my seeds, you're going to get plenty of seeds. And again, just be wary that there may be a little bit of seed chafe. That's unavoidable. Do the best I can. It's a lot of tedious work. So just take that into effect. Keep that in mind. Defiant Saturns, maybe a few others that have some seed chafe in the Ziploc. It's not bad. It's dry, and it won't affect your Coleus seeds. Okay, just to make it real simple, these are Empire seeds. These are probably the most popular, easy to grow, large leaf Coleus that I sell, and they're a favorite of mine. They are green and purple. Here's a picture of them. They may vary a little bit. They have some green, maybe a little black sometimes, but these are really popular, and they make great container Coleus. So how I do it over the months, or since August really now, is as I see the Coleus seeds on the plant mature, I like to make sure that the Coleus seed stalks stay on for at least a month. This is one I just recently picked. When they start to brown a little bit on the bottom, that means that the Coleus seeds in that stalk are pretty mature. So I like to gauge it, and I'm like, okay, that I know these seed stalks have been on for at least a month. They have flower petals, they've been pollinated, the insects have been around, so forth. Bring them in, and they dry out. You have to let your Coleus seed stalks completely dry out till they're brittle. Then they turn completely dark. You can hear it. It's just they're crunchy, and you can actually see the seeds fall out. There's tons of seeds on the bottom here. So what I do is I buy these trays. I have a number of them marked so I know what variety is each tray. Let them completely dry out. Be patient. There's no rush. You want to make sure that they completely dry out. If you try to separate seeds from a seed stalk that's not completely dried out, the seeds aren't going to come out of the pods easy. And that's not really the case with the Saturns and Defiance I just mentioned. That's a different story. That's just the nature of the pods. These Empires generally have always been really easy to separate. But let them dry out completely, so they're brittle, dry, and you can actually see the seeds fall out. And then collect your seeds, and that's where the colander comes in. That's where I use the colander to separate, to get as many seeds as possible. I use the colander and the white paper plate. So I'll show you that. I'll give you a quickie rundown, a quickie demonstration on how to separate Coleus seeds from your seed stalks. And remember, make sure the Coleus seed stalks are completely dry out, at least a month or so. Let them completely dry out. Okay, a lot of times what I'll do in the beginning is I'll just take this tray, kind of hold on to it, quickly pick up all of the Coleus. And this is when you're collecting a lot of seeds like I am, because a lot of the seeds already fell out of the tray, as I showed you before. So just by shaking, now if you're a homeowner and you just want a handful of seeds for yourself, then this is it. You don't really have to kill yourself, but me, it's sort of a business, and there you go. Now see the seed chafe? You see that seed chafe in there? And you can see the seeds. That's why I like these white paper plates. It separates the seeds. They roll away, and you can see the seed chafe. And what you can do is use the colander to further separate some of the seeds from the chaff. And what I'll do is I'll take the these are still pretty soft, but these here, I'll just kind of play with the pods, because there's some pods in here that still have the seeds. So I kind of like squish them, just play with it a little bit, and you'll see the seeds fall out onto the paper plate. I don't press down and scrape because that can damage the seed. So, and besides, I have so many pods, I don't really need to like go crazy and get every little bit, but you know, that's basically how you separate your Coleus seeds. As you can see, the black, they're almost like, they're basically like poppy seeds, and you can see them roll down, and there are your Coleus seeds. Now you can, unless you're going to purchase your Coleus seeds from me, you know, I'm doing the work for you, and I'm giving you about 6 to 8 varieties of different Coleus or of different Coleus. So if you're going to be harvesting your own, if you choose to harvest your own seeds, just store them. You could store them in little, you can buy any, really, you can use Ziploc baggies. I do. You don't have to worry about mold because there's no seed, any kind of seed shapes already dried off. So you don't want to put seed stalks in Ziploc bags. You want to keep your seed stalks out in trays, away from pets, so they dry out in the open, completely dry out from the air. You don't want to put them in a Ziploc bag because then it'll get all moldy because of all the moisture won't evaporate from the seed stalks. But anyway, Ziploc baggies, you can buy those little Tupperware snack bins and mark them if you want, unless you don't care what kind of Coleus seeds they are, and just store them in even the refrigerator or in a dark, cool closet. You don't want them near light or heat. So, and the Coleus seeds will last up to 5 years. All the Coleus seeds that I harvest and sell are a minimum of a year old or fresh. I have a handful left over from last year, but they're mature, good mature quality seeds, and they will grow. Again, number one reason why Coleus seeds won't germinate is, as we say in the field, operator error. Buried. Coleus seeds are not to be buried. I don't get ahead of myself here, but Coleus seeds, number one reason why people who plant them, the number one reason why they fail to germinate is because they bury the Coleus seeds. Coleus seeds need light, warmth, and moisture to germinate. Okay, so this is really how I do it as far as storing my Coleus seeds. Now, you can see here, this really shows the seed chaff and the seeds. So the black seeds, now when you get your Coleus seeds from me, you're not going to have this amount of seed chaff. This is a bulk. I separate thousands of seeds, like tons of seed stalks, and I do an initial harvest, and then when I package your order, I separate them further so you don't have all this seed chaff. You get 95, 96% seed. You might get a little bit of seed chaff. You're going to actually see it in the Ziploc baggies. But again, it will not affect your seed germinations. The only thing it will affect is if you pick out a piece of seed chaff and plant that. But again, the white paper plate is how you determine how you differentiate between seeds and seed chaff. So, but I store my Coleus seeds in these Ziploc baggies. They're only going to be in here for a few weeks, or if that, because hopefully I'll pack up the orders for you. So hopefully this is a informative video on how to separate your Coleus seed stalks. Again, just going back to the basics, your Coleus seed stalks are those long stems that grow at the top of your Coleus. Not every Coleus will develop seed stalks. You make sure you let your Coleus seed stalks stay on the Coleus for at least a month. Again, the bottom, just reiterating, the bottoms generally start to turn brown when you know that they are fresh, mature seeds. Then you can cut them and then put them out on, you can use whatever system you want. I like these trays. Again, put them in trays, separate them well, let them dry out for at least a month, depending on your house. If you have a really warm, dry house, or you have a sunroom and you don't have any pets and you can leave them out, they'll dry out faster. But let them dry out completely. Use your colander to separate the seeds from the chaff, and then store them in the Ziploc baggies. And you can store them up to 5 years. Refrigerator, you don't really have to freeze them. I don't freeze seeds. Refrigerator, or what I do is I keep them in a cool, dark closet. All right, so I'm not finished by any means, but I did organize a whole bunch of different Coleus. And just give you a little inside look, this is basically what you can expect if you buy some Coleus seeds from me. If you bought in the past, you know what I mean. But this is it. Here we go. It's a pack of Coleus seeds from Jim's Coleus on eBay. All the best Coleus that you see featured on my YouTube channel, Jim's Coleus Coleus. Except for there's a handful of patented Coleus seeds that I'm not allowed to sell. But I got different ones here. And again, if there was the one particular Coleus you're interested in getting, just shoot me a message. Otherwise, I'll randomly mix. They'll be marked, but you'll get 6 to 7 varieties of different beautiful Coleus. Many or most that you're not going to find in nurseries or stores. So this is a little look. And I'm hoping to post about, I generally post 12 packs at a time. So this is it. So I still have a few more packs to get done. And here we are, Jim's Coleus on eBay. And here's my faithful helper Maximus. The only difference here is I don't have a newspaper, but they always come up and got to lay down right where you're working. Thanks, Max. I hope this kind of made it easy to understand how to separate your own seeds. If you're interested in doing that, by all means. If not, again, purchase seeds from me, Jim's Coleus, over on eBay, and you'll be doing a good thing also, because again, I donate a portion of the proceeds to one of many Wounded Warriors, Paralyzed Veterans, Morris Animal Foundation, and so forth. So you'll be doing a good thing there as well. So, all right, thanks for watching, everybody, and stay tuned. There's always going to be more here. Jim's Coleus. Take care.